They found Sarah's resignation letter 3 days after she disappeared. No body, no witnesses, just a single piece of paper on the circulation desk that read, "I can't do this anymore. They won't let me leave. I'm Marcus Chen, and I took her position at Riverside Library. Night shift, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. The pay was suspiciously good for a library job, but I needed the money. Student loans don't care about red flags. My first night was quiet, too quiet, the kind of silence that presses against your eardrums until you hear your own heartbeat. I spent most of it shelving returns in the reference section, those dark corridors lined with forgotten encyclopedias and dusty periodicals. The fluorescent lights flickered occasionally, casting shadows that seemed to move independently. Around 2 a.m., I heard footsteps on the second floor, slow, deliberate steps echoing through the abandoned stacks. I called out, no answer, just those footsteps pacing back and forth above my head. I grabbed my flashlight and headed upstairs. The second floor was darker than I remembered. Half the lights were out, and the ones that worked buzzed like angry insects. I swept my flashlight across the rows of books, illuminating titles I'd never heard of. Medical texts from the 1800s, legal documents in languages I couldn't identify. And then I saw it. A book lying open on one of the reading tables, fresh, like someone had just been reading it. I approached slowly, my footsteps creaking on the old wooden floor. The pages were handwritten, filled with names and dates. Sarah Winters, January 15th, Michael Rodriguez, October 3rd. 23 names total, all former night shift workers at Riverside Library. My name was at the bottom, Marcus Chen. Today's date, that's when I heard the whisper, not from any direction I could pinpoint, but from everywhere at once. "Close the book, Marcus. Come find us in the archives." The archives, that eerie office space in the basement I'd been told was off-limits during my orientation. The door with the broken lock that supposedly led to water-damaged storage. I should have run, called the police, quit right there. But something pulled me toward that basement door. Not curiosity, something deeper, like invisible hands guiding my feet down those concrete steps into the darkness below. The archives weren't water-damaged, they were pristine. Rows of filing cabinets stretched into shadows my flashlight couldn't penetrate, and standing between them, barely visible in the dim light, were figures, 23 of them. Translucent, watching me with hollow eyes. Sarah stood at the front, her mouth moved, but the voice came from everywhere. "We're the collection now, Marcus. The library doesn't let its night shift leave. We become part of the catalogue, permanent residents of the stacks." I felt it then, the pull, my body growing lighter, my thoughts becoming pages in an endless book. The library was hungry, and I was the next acquisition. I'm writing this from the circulation desk. My shift ends in 3 hours, but I know I won't make it to 7 a.m. The shadows are getting closer. The whispers are getting louder, and I can already feel myself becoming transparent. If you're reading this, don't apply for the night shift at Riverside Library. The benefits aren't worth it. And whatever you do, never open the book with the names. Mine is already written in ink that won't fade.